to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My next guest is a brilliantly funny comedian, but now, surprisingly, I'm told he is also a celebrated artist. Let's find out as we meet Mr. Joe Lycett. Here he is.
Hello, darling. Hello. How's that top? How's it? Hello, darling.
So, Joe...
I brought you a painting.
No, this is what I want to ask about. So you're...
Hello, everyone.
Yep. This is a painting that you've done.
Yes, so I spoke to your lovely producer on the telephone, and I'd had a couple of drinks before I spoke to her, and I said, oh, I'll do a painting of Jonathan. And she said, he'd love that. And then I thought, fuck.
Yeah. Well, before I showed them, because Grayson Perry took an interest in your art, didn't you? You had a piece of work in the Royal Academy summer exhibition.
Yeah, so every year they do an exhibition, and if you're an amateur artist...
It's on the floor. It's the one in the corner. It's not one of the nice paintings on the wall.
No. He's called Chris, and I made it...
Wow.
I made it in Birmingham, my hometown. He's got a Pringles tube in the middle. It took me about 10 minutes.
So it's Pringle tube. What other medium is it in?
Clay and acrylic, darling.
OK, let's get this painting out of the way. I'm kind of dreading this. I've got no idea what it is. So this is...
This is a painting of you, John Ross.
Of me?
Yeah.
OK. What did you base it on? Was it memory, or did you have
No, I Googled you, and I found a picture of you with Britney Spears. But Britney Spears doesn't... You've genuinely not seen this?
I haven't seen it. Here's the back of it.
Yes,
OK.
Do you love it? Is it your favourite piece of art you've ever seen?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was flattering, exactly. You know, the terrible thing is I can see it's me. That's what's the horrible thing. I mean, where would someone hang a picture of themselves like this?
I think it would go lovely here.
No, I really don't think we want it on the set.
Yeah, I think...
It matches your decor.
Don't say yes. I don't agree with that.
You can hang... How can I get through here? You can hang it there on the BT Tower. There you go.
Oh, OK. OK. We'll leave it there, Joe.
Please keep it there for the rest of the series.
I think we will.
I'm really happy with them there.
Yeah, I'm glad someone is. OK, so... Joe's hosting a new one, and I was surprised to hear you were doing this, because I think of you as a kind of a, after 9 o'clock comic. Your stuff, you're very funny, and I love seeing you on TV. I love seeing you live as well, but you're doing a tea time show for the BBC.
Yes.
OK.
Pre-Strictly. It'll be on before Strictly.
Wow.
It's a game show.
And it's called The Time It Takes.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, and I think you won't mind me saying this, it sounds like a very silly idea for a show.
It's really bonkers. It's essentially a quiz show where the contestants get to choose how long they have to answer the questions, but they choose timers that Alison Hammond has come up with off of this morning. And whilst that's happening, I'm asking general knowledge questions.
Wow. And you, as the host, are you kind and supportive when this is going on?
Yeah. I feel like on other quiz shows, so like Alexander Armstrong, when he's on Pointless, he's very nice to everyone.
Nice.
Very nice man, isn't he? I feel like that's been done.
Yeah.
So I'm, at times, quite hurtful to them.
OK, well, let's... I don't think you are in this case, but I think it's a good example of what you have in store for you. And this is going to be Saturday nights. It's called The Time It Takes. Have a look at this.
So, there's 20 plastic cups, and you just got to get them over with a party blower.
I swear I have actually done this specific task before. Don't ask me why.
Right, we invented this, so...
You'll start in this position, and you have to just use the party blower to push them off.
You don't have any asthma or any respiratory conditions?
I do have asthma, yeah, but I'm
me
fine.
too, babe.
I'm good, yeah.
Do you have the blue one?
I do have the blue one.
I've got the blue one.
Yeah.
Good, isn't it? We should talk about it over coffee.
I think I'll be all right.
Well, now, I follow Joe on various of the social media platforms. You're very active on social media.
Oh, yeah, I love it, yeah.
Are you at the stage yet where you get offered sponsorships, where you get asked to do things?
I got offered a teeth whitening thing, which I'm from Birmingham, so, like, if I had my teeth whitened, people would try and nick them. and it came direct on Instagram. They said, we love you, but they called me Joel, so I was like, I'm not sure you do love me. We'd love you to do, like, a kind of 6 months of posts about teeth whitening. Yeah. So I was feeling a bit silly, so I went back to the woman who'd sent it and I said, oh, I love your company, I'm really all about teeth whitening. How much money have you got? And they said, oh, we've got quite a lot, there's a big budget for it, what's your rate? So I said my rate was 5. And she said, could you clarify what you mean by 5? 'Cause it means nothing. 5 means nothing. So I said, oh, I've never had this queried. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll agree to 6. To which she said, can you clarify what you mean by 6? Do you mean £600? And I said, no, £6. And then she just stopped messaging. So the offer's there, I knew it. £6.
Craig, how much did you get for your teeth whitening?
Oh, no, I got a toothbrush for free.
Did you?
Yes. Which was absolutely
And what
brilliant.
did you have to do? Did you have to do, like, a...
No, I just had to tweet how wonderful the toothbrush was, and actually was fantastic. I bought my boyfriend one.
I mean, how
What?
much...
What's so different about it?
How can a toothbrush be that much better than another toothbrush? It's fairly basic technology.
It was an electric toothbrush, and it was absolutely fantastic. I don't know, it just felt better in my mouth.
Tell me more about this toothbrush, darling.
Darling, we can compare backstage after the show.
Wow.
I'm going to have sex with Craig Rebel.
Yeah. In the communal bath while Peter Crouch watches. It's going to be amazing.
It's good.
Communal bath story.
Joe's show, The Time It Takes, is on Saturday tea times, coming up in the Autumn Beast one. But it's very funny, but it's kind of hard to explain.
It is, yeah.
As we found out.
It's a cross between, like, Pointless and, like, the Taskmaster or something like that. It's sort of stupid task. It's really bonkers, but it's really good fun.
And I hope that you'll invite me on. I'll come on as a celebrity.
I would love you to do
And
it.
I'll give you that painting back. Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Mr. Joe Lycett. Welcome back to the show. Let's get my next guest right out here. Now, here's a plain words for you. If you Lycett hot, you've come to the right place. It is the fabulously funny Mr. Joe Lycett. Great to see you in the Gangnam Style. Hello, John. You know, hello. Hello. Lovely to have you here, and thank you for coming on the show. I've been a fan of yours since I first saw you on TV doing, I think it was 8 out of 10 Countdown Does Cats, or one of those things.
Yes, I have done that one, yeah.
Okay,
I was admiring your rose between your arse cheeks.
I bet you were.
I tried the same thing with a Toblerone once.
Wow.
Went horribly wrong.
Were there circumstances leading up to that, or just a boring night in?
Yeah, I was feeling a bit lonely.
Wow.
I didn't think it would be like this. The first thing I say on the Jonathan Ross shows. Shut the table on
You know what?
That's what, life just goes like that sometimes, isn't it?
You know, Joe, none of us thought it would be like that. I'm thrilled to hear that, because I thought you might not be able to make it, because I saw this picture of you. You'd had an injury. You broke or fractured your elbow recently?
Yes, that's me taking a selfie in A&E. I was doing a photo shoot for doing a DVD that comes out later in the year, and I like kicking my leg in the air.
Yeah, okay.
And I was doing it on concrete, and I kicked that leg in the air, and while that leg was in the air, I thought, I'll kick that leg in the air. Which, I don't know if you're a fan of gravity. Basically, I landed and I fractured I fractured the neck of my radial head. Wow. Which apparently is all right, it's fine.
OK, so that was
So I can just about... can't quite get it straight. Oh. And my physio's told me I have to get used to pain.
We have photographs from that photo shoot, so here we go. This is one before the fall, so we can see exactly what's going on.
Half a second before I did it.
OK, and then we have a photo, and then presumably they didn't take pictures when you were done. That's you straight afterwards.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it together, aren't I? That's not a good arm, is it? That's not...
Has he administered the morphine at that stage?
No, I mean, it's 3 seconds after I did it. And what I like about it is I'm trying to hold it together. I think in my head at that point, I'm fine.
But you do look like... It looks like you're beginning to sweat, even in that picture. The face, you're holding it together.
Yeah, I've gone green. Yeah.
You ever had anything work-related, any accidents like that?
I used to call bingo in Portrush in Northern Ireland, Phil's Bingo, and it was one of the old-fashioned machines where the balls all went up like that there. And the only work injury I've ever had was I just looked one time over the tube where it came up and the ball. Kelly's I Red 1 actually hit me right in the eye and felt a bit of a shiner. That was it.
Hit in the eye by Kelly's ball.
My worst work accident was doing a sitcom on the BBC One called Big Top.
And that's the end of the story.
That's it.
Some of us saw that. OK. Now, Joe has a book out, and if you've seen Joe on TV, you know he has a very lovely way with words. I think you're a very clever writer and a clever performer. And so explain the book, what you've done in the book. It's similar to your stage work, similar to your TV work, but somewhat different.
Yeah, well, it's a self-help book that won't help you. It's a self-help book, basically. Basically, I love trolling people that deserve to be trolled. So you mentioned PPI earlier. There's actually a chapter in there about how to claim for PPI.
Well, you see the cover there. It's Joe Lycett. It's Parsnips Buttered. First of all, the title. Why Parsnips, buttered?
Because there's a routine in there which I did on Cat's Countdown, actually, about how I contested a parking fine. Get a lot of parking fines.
And that's just because you park illegally?
Yeah.
But you contest them, and I admire. That's the spirit.
Yeah, I love doing it. Currently, you know, in your phone, like, you've got, like, reminders. Yeah. One of my reminders at the minute is just fuck up Leeds Council.
Well, what are your favourite ones of the exchanges you've had with... And it seems to be mainly bureaucracy, but sometimes it's individuals as well who've written to you.
Yeah, there's the Sun newspaper. I've tried to sell stories to them that haven't happened.
So you've thought... OK, so tell me about one of the stories you've tried to place in the Sun.
One I got quite close with, which is in the book, which is... tried to tell them that Matt Baker was kicking a pigeon. Matt Baker, who presents the one...
Matt Baker from the One Show. No man you would think of as having any anger in his heart towards any animal, let alone a pigeon. You think so?
I feel like he's a psychopath.
Wow. So you phone them or you write to them and say, I think I have a picture of Matt Baker kicking a pigeon?
Yeah.
And they come back to
say, well, can you show it to us?
So they were genuinely interested?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they thought that was news?
Yeah. And I said, I won't give you the picture until you give me an offer as to how much you'll pay for it. And I did, generously, I said, I've attached a cropped version of the image, which was just a picture of a pigeon that I Googled. And then it sort of spiralled from there, basically. But they didn't buy the image.
So because you didn't have his foot in contact with the pigeon...
Well, it doesn't exist, Jonathan.
Ah, I see. OK, so, now... Let's get a little serious for a moment here.
Oh.
Let's talk about sex and sexuality. You've described yourself as pansexual.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. Let's move on. Now, pansexual, what does that actually mean? That means you're kind of open to all offers? Not literally, but I mean, like, you don't define yourself as any particular brand?
Are you coming on to me? What's
no,
happening?
I just...
No, I've gone with bisexual for most of my life, but I realised that bisexual still kind of means that sexuality is to do with gender, and I feel like it's partly to do with gender, but I can only sort of know about my own sexuality, but I sort of sometimes just sort of look at, like, someone's thigh, and I think, whoa.
So regardless of what or who the thigh is attached to,
yeah,
the thigh's enough?
Well, no, I'm not going to fuck a thigh, am I?
The thigh's the limit.
Thigh's the limit, that's the new talk show.
You know, in Northern Ireland, a pan is a sliced loaf. So the idea of pansexual is entirely different in Northern Ireland. That really is a lonely night.
Well, I stick Toblerones up my arse, so...
Yeah.
We've got lots to learn, haven't we?
You're either going to get so many free Toblerones after this or be banned from ever buying one again.
Yeah.
OK, and congratulations to you. You were number 10 in Attitude Magazine's Hot 100 list.
Yeah.
Now,
10th hottest man in the world,
wow,
they said.
that's amazing.
There's a silence of disbelief in the audience.
Who are the other 89 below you?
Daniel Craig was below me.
Wow.
Well, I mean, all other men other than the top 10.
All of us are below.
Yeah.
Who's number one?
Basically, whatever. After you do this vote every year, and you can vote for, the hottest man in the world and whatever. And I thought, well, I thought it'd be funny to canvas for votes for myself.
So you canvass for votes?
Yeah. I rigged the election, really.
We have a picture here. I think was this a picture you sent them, or was this just a picture that reflects your hotness? Here we have you on a hammock.
There
which
it is.
Very defined.
Very, yeah. So, like, merman meets cupping.
Yeah. That's my Tinder profile picture. Wow. Just sort of want them to know exactly what they're getting into. I'm so proud of that. Like, it's worrying that because I think that's funnier than anything I'll ever produce. You know, actual work.
I mean, deliberately.
Yeah. I'm so happy with that picture.
OK, Joe, so you've got the book out, you've got the DVD out.
Yes, that's out a bit later, 21st of November, that one's
OK,
out.
Joe, it's great to have you here. I know you're going to stick around because you're a huge Phil Collins fan.
I love Phil Collins.
All Phil Collins fans?
Yes.